Hello everyone, I'm here today with another process video, and this one is actually going to be a back-to-back layout. I have two collages, 6x8, that I put together, photos from Canada, so they will actually sit like this in the album. And as you can see, they're very different. They're of the same church. It's just outside and inside are very, very different. So this is another Notre Dame. This is Notre-Dame-de-Lourdes. Is that how you say it? Lourdes. So Notre-Dame-de-Lourdes Chapel. And very, very gold inside, but little pops of this kind of turquoise or aqua blue. But I've also got this sort of reddish brown tone happening. I'd rather have a pop of color, I think. So if I'm going to put something here, it might be to match these. And then I'm going to hold this up closer. So obviously I did this with a digital template, and I dropped in some digital paper, and I just happened to have this one that I thought looked absolutely perfect with what was happening here. Very reserved and stately, but very gold and ornate. I felt that was fitting. Now, when you look at the other collage, it's quite a contrast. It's much more stately, streamlined, like not crazy ornate on the outside. So I didn't expect this by looking at this for sure. But here I've got a totally different color scheme happening. I've got lots of gray in the stone here, and then red, pops of bright red. So at least it gives me some nice options that I can use different colors for each one. And again, here I put in digital paper, and I just went with kind of a weathered gray look. So I've got to fill that space. This one's kind of easier because I'm thinking, let me grab this. I have these stickers, and actually one of the last layouts I did of a church, I didn't end up using anything from here when I thought I would. But since I have them, I do have a couple that would fit in that space. So I'm going to definitely think about that. But then I would want something up top, just a little piece of ephemera or a phrase strip or something just to add to it, but hopefully pretty easy. Over here, I don't want to use those stickers again, so I won't do that there, but I've got to find something. So I'm hoping I have kind of a red, somewhat larger piece of ephemera that I could put there. But I think because this one seems easier and I already have this out, I'm going to start with this one and we'll go from there and we'll just see what happens. When I'm looking at these stickers, I think I like this one the best. If I put that right in the middle, that's a really nice size. Now, where's the opening for these again? Oh, I can feel it. There we go. Yeah, see, I don't like that. It's almost too modern with that. That was not bad, but it's so small. I'm going to end up with a lot of the silver ones left, which, oh well. I mean, I have some pictures from New York where there's a lot of gray stone in one of the churches I went into. I could use some silver on that. And you know what? It'll just force me to kind of be creative on how to use them, because if the gold ones are all gone, what are you going to do? So I'm just surprised, but I guess not that much that like I've used so many of these, because I do see a lot of churches when I travel, but I didn't even realize like quite how many until I started going through this trip. Especially, we saw a lot of churches, basilicas, cathedrals, chapels, all of that on this trip. So you know what, we're definitely getting our use out of some of this stuff, because when else would I use it? It's perfect for this. Since I want to try to bring out this color, I have grabbed my ephemera pieces. And as you can see, like there's some teal in here too, but I'm going more for this color. Not this particular piece, it's way too big. And it says food, but the color is what I'm after. So I kind of have to eliminate all these teal pieces and look more for the aqua and turquoise. So I'll go through there and just see what I've got. With all of the things I went through, this is the one I found that I like the best. Soaking it all in, and it's an apt phrase too. I think I would probably just hang it off the edge like that. But then I feel like I need more color down here. So I was wondering, like, should I get some enamel dots to spread around here? I might. So I'm going to put this on first, though, and just see what I think of it when it's actually attached, and then I'll figure it out from there. So when I was looking through all of my enamel dots, I could not find like the exact color that I thought would look good with that. And then I realized maybe I actually need to go a little more towards standard blue. Not completely, but a little bit. And I found these in here. These are from Echo Park. They're definitely darker than this, but they look pretty good with these candelabras, I think. So I'm going to keep this, but then I think I'm going to sprinkle some of these around the collage. I might even overlap. Well, maybe I could do white. I was thinking I would overlap one of the smallest ones on there, but maybe that's a little too close to the color. But I do have white ones somewhere. Yeah, right here. So I could maybe mix in both of those. All right, so I used a combination of the blue and white. One of each up here, bigger size than the smaller size. And then this white and this one are the same. They're the medium size. And I like having odd numbers, so I think that's good. And I don't want to add anything else to this. So this collage is done, which is awesome. Now I have to work on this one. And since I have these out, I'm going to keep them. Again, sorry for upstairs. Oh my gosh. They're laughing at something really funny. Must be having a good time. So I have these out here. It's got red. It also has the nice blue in the background if I need it. I don't think I need anything from these, so I'm going to put these away. Just because they're out doesn't mean I'm going to use them, but since they're there, it'll be on my mind, and so that's not a bad thing. Put all this together and then put them over here. All right, so now I have to go fishing for some red ephemera for this spot. In all my red stuff here, I think I like this one the most. I had considered doing this, but there's no way I can write Notre-Dame, Lord's Chapel, all that in there. There's no way it's gonna fit, so I'd rather just not then. I could do this right in the middle, which I kind of like that. I just thought of something though. Are these the only pictures I have from this place? Because if they are, I probably do need to say what it is. Well, I can't do it here because this one's already done. Shoot. Do I have a bigger red? Remember that? Oh, Jesus, that would cover up the whole thing. I could trim it down. It kind of stinks to have to cover up all of the digital paper. Do I even like that? I don't know. I like that it's a brighter red. It's almost like got a pinkish tint to it though. All of these reds are like, they're so different. I have that. I have a brick red. I have these that are kind of orangey red. Like it's really hard to find the right one. But what I might do, because this is a little too big, I might go into my red labels and see if I have something that would fill up quite a bit of that space, but not the whole thing, so that you could still see that digital paper. So I'll grab those right now. I checked my layouts after this just to be sure, and no, I do not have anything else for this location, so I am going to have to do the label. And I have found a couple here that are contenders. Very simple, but at least it gives me more space. It's a little more narrow than I would like, but I could probably make that work. I would just have to do it, you know, on 2 lines, which could be fine. Then I have this one, which is similar, but it's a little bit of a brighter red. It's got a thicker border, which I like. And I do enjoy that it says love. So I kind of like it. This one is more visually interesting, certainly, than these, I think. I like that it's got kind of rounded corners to offset all the angular edges here, and the fact that this is an arch, then I kind of like it. That's got a little roundness to it, and here, and we see it here as well. So I just need to figure out really, I think, like, can I fit the name in there? And actually what I'm going to do, I'm going to be smart about it. I'm going to go into Wanderlog, which is the app I use to do my travel planning. I'm going to go in there and take a look at my itinerary from this trip and make sure I get the name exactly right. And I think this was a digital file. Oh no, maybe not. The cardstock, I'm not sure. Hopefully it is. If I screw it up, I can print another one. Or I'll end up just using one of these, but I really hope this one works. Well, guys, thank goodness I went into my phone to check the name of this because I was completely wrong. We did go into something called Notre-Dame-de-Bon Chapel, but it's not this one. Oh my goodness. This one is actually Notre-Dame-de-Bon-Secours Chapel. So another Notre Dame, lots of those around. But thank goodness I looked, because otherwise I would have put the wrong identification on here. So it's a good thing that it's happened this way. So now I'm going to write it out and give it the correct name. All right, got that all written out with the correct name. Decided to do one of the enamel dots on there. And now I feel like I need something up here. It's really the only place to put it because of where this is placed. So I need just like a phrase strip, but I don't know what exactly, unless I could find a red heart. I must have a red heart, like a puffy sticker or something, because I've got one here. I could put it there. So I think it's one or the other, and I'll just see what I have in my stash. Well, it turned out I did need those white enamel dots after all. Had to go get them out to use them. And I found a phrase strip here I liked. And it's not quite the same gray as this, but I feel like it matches okay enough that I used it. Did my enamel dots here. I originally had the blue one over here. I decided I didn't like the way that looked. I don't know why. It was just, it struck me as weird. So I put these two on, changed the position a little bit, and then added a red one up here to bring in that red and make it more cohesive. But now it's done. So these will go back to back. 2 more layouts done for Canada. Thanks for watching.